Like I was explaining in my previous discussions, I would say the biggest benefit of having such a tool is to bring everything together with collaboration. And the second thing is that, how many of you who's listening to me or listening to us have got a dynamic organization structure in your business? We all have an organization structure, and which is getting updated. So every time people come and go, is it really getting updated automatically? When I add my people into my human capital or HR module, will I get an automated or an automatic organization chart, organization structure? And can I see my organization structure in the form of roles, in the form of departments? So it gets that, that's where you start. Then you can add all your processes and controls. Then you can connect all your, so it's all, the biggest feature of isorobot is killing silos, killing these individual departments without talking to each other. So the biggest feature is to bring every single function in the business towards the achievement of the organizational goals. So if I'm a football club, and if I want to win more championship this year, so the coach job is to make sure that he gets his players ready. He's got the right techniques, right? But the CEO of the company will not coach the team. So within isorobot, it is very clearly defined what's my organizational goals in the form of strategy, and what are the possible barriers and risks associated to it. That's covered in the risk management. And what are the roles and responsibilities defined as an assigned to people in order to reach my championship? That is covered in the human capital, in the form of people, but in the form of departments, in the form of an organization, in the form of projects. So, and when you're doing this, your customers have to gain confidence. So you need to make sure that you should have the best of the best information security practices in place. So you've got your information security management or cyber security management. Then you need to make sure that your business is up and running. So you need to make sure that you have your business continuity systems in place in order to make sure that you would run even through a disaster, right? So those are there. So then you make sure that okay, I've defined my goals. I made sure that I've identified my risk. But then you speak about your governance and compliance, which I spoke in the previous question. So the governance and compliance is taken care, but it's not just about having everything planned and executed. You also need to measure the performance. So you've got strong dashboards for each and every module, right? And on top of it, you can run audits. One of our clients is actually doing 1,200 audits in a year, and they're saving $15 million, and they're managing 42 systems, using isorobot. It is not just made for ISO, it is made for every organization to be successful by capturing any kind of legal and regulatory requirements, any kind of management systems, any kind of business framework, and any kind of process or risk or internal audit or, like any other, major framework. So it can accommodate all of them. So I would say the biggest one of the other biggest benefit of isorobot is scalability. I may be a small organization today having 2 systems, but in no time when I grow, I should have 20 systems to build the investor confidence and stakeholder confidence. So the system can accommodate another 30 systems or another 30 structures. So one is scalability. The second thing is that it has the collaborative approach. It kills silos. And most importantly, for every business owner sitting here, it saves time, hence the money. And yeah, so these are the business features, I would say. I can talk about tons and tons about functional features. And, if you have an audit finding, it would tell you what is the impact of that finding. So how many times your internal audit or your external audit department comes and tells you that, you had this audit, you have $100,000 fine coming up. Nobody tells you this. Everybody say that, okay, this is an audit finding. Okay, let's correct it. Let's do the investigation. What is in it for me as a business owner is more important to me, right? Yeah. So we put that in the system. Yeah. So these are some of the features. We've got plenty more to talk about. Hopefully we can do that during a demo to every single one of you who wants to see that. Yeah.